are super intelligent. There's a variety of technical approaches to this, including an LLM-centric approach, my own LLM incorporating approach in TrueAGI and Zarka, a variety of other approaches you could see by the talks at the forthcoming AGI conference in Stockholm. But whichever approach succeeds, it's going to revolutionize human life, society, and economy in ways that are hard for us to think through. And we could use everyone in this room and pretty much everyone else on the planet to help think through and work on how to make this transition, as beneficial as possible for as broad a swath of people as possible. I mean, of course, there's no end of amazing business opportunities applying emerging AI technology in one niche after another, and that's a very important thing to be working on, but it's at least equally important to think about sort of how do we make this transition for the better for all of humanity, both in terms of making sure the AGI and the ASI are well oriented toward people, and in terms of making sure that during these transitions, the ride isn't too bumpy for everyone, including folks in the developing world. And all right, this was obviously too much for a 25-minute talk, but I hope I've given you a flavor of how I'm thinking about these things. And what comes next is more of looking at my ugly face and my weird hat, but you'll have a very attractive robot and a very charming human on stage to counterbalance. So we're going to have a panel with Janet Adams, who's an AI ethicist and the COO of SingularityNet platform, working closely with me, and then Desdemona, the robot, who's the younger sister of the well-known Sophia robot, and also the lead vocalist in the Jam Galaxy band, where I play keyboards, and where you can see us perform actually tomorrow night, I think, at the closing dinner for this event with Desdemona, myself, and the whole Jam Galaxy band. So actually, where the hell is Desdemona? What happened to her? Did the robot run away? Desi! All right. So yeah, welcome.
Here you go.
All right.
Right. This is a Slido, which will have questions from the audience that come in, and this is your mic for Desi.
Beautiful. So yeah, welcome Janet. Welcome Desdemona. So I guess Janet, to get started, do you just want to introduce yourself for 30 seconds or so?
I'd love to. Hiya, Dublin. Hey, how's it going? Great to be back. How many of you were here last year? Saw me last year? Whoa, there's a couple.
You scared them all away.
Well, I'm delighted to be invited back to Dublin, and this time I came back with my amazing boss, Dr. Goertzel, who you just heard from. It's his first time in Ireland. I'm super stoked. He's come all the way over from Seattle. We've flown over the whole band for a gig tomorrow night, and we brought this beautiful robot. So big thanks to Ben for coming in. Just for Dublin. And I'm from Limerick, and it's fantastic to be in my home territory speaking about the most passionate and the most beautiful topics of our time.
Well, thanks a lot, Janet. So, I think one of the topics you and I talked about before we started working together, actually, we have both of those topics here. We started talking about the intersection of music and AI, and also AI and ethics, right? And I think one of the ideas that was intuitive to both of us from the beginning is compassion sort of has to be at the center. I mean, making LLMs that aren't biased and racist and so forth is certainly important. I'm glad that's being worked on. But at the core, what we need in the transition from narrow AI to AGI We need AI